Those with great struggle. We'll look at Joseph in the book of Genesis. Joseph is the favorite son of Jacob, who was sold into slavery by his brothers. Bad luck followed Joseph wherever he go. He should have been named Bad Luck. Really, I'm serious. Because his brothers threw him in the pit. He was sold into slavery. Potiphar's wife tried to seduce him. He's put into the prison cell. He lives there in prison. Well, does this sound like, and you know what his name means? God will add. God will add. And he rises out of that, and God adds to him ministry. He adds to his life blessing. He multiplies him and all the people. He gives him great wisdom and understanding. I was just wondering if his daddy called him Joe. Hey, Joe. No. He said, Joseph, you will add. Sure didn't look like he was adding when he was sitting in the pits. Sure didn't look like he was adding when he was down in the well and his brothers had dropped him down in there and then sold him as a slave. So I want to know what you think of yourself today. Some of you, and I will say this, some of you out there, you have had a pity party about you, and it's time you let go of it. You know, when the Lord gave me this sermon a few weeks back, I thought, it's been stewing for a bit, like 4 weeks. You ever stew something on the burner? You have to stir it quite often because it sticks at the bottom. So I'd stir the pot. I told Jassa, I have no clue where he's going with this. Then the Lord said, I want you to talk about Joseph just a bit. Throw that in there. I said, I would have named him Bad Luck. From the time he was 17 till the time he was like 40, he had nothing but bad luck. Until he became half of the kingdom was his to rule. And he saved all of his people from starvation. God said, I'm bringing you over here. I hope you don't mind. You're getting dropped in the pit. What? That doesn't sound like God is adding. That sounds like God is subtracting. And yet it says God will add. That's the meaning of my name. But no, I get dropped in the pit. And how is that addition of good that God is going to add to my life? Then you get jerked out. Then you get sold into slavery. God, this does not look like God is adding. Then you work for Potiphar, and his wife tries to seduce you. And trust me, he got just a little close to her, and she grabbed his robe. Which meant sometimes you just get just a little close, too close to somebody. And in your movement, they could have pulled you right in to the pit with them. Someone had said to me today that they had decided they couldn't see their children unless they conformed to, vaccination. Or unless they obeyed this law that the government had just installed concerning separation, distance, masks, mandatory vaccination, and this. They had to conform and jump the hoops, or they wouldn't be able to see their kids. Let me tell you, then I won't see my kids. The minute I compromise who I am and what I know is truth so that I can see my babies, or so that I could fly an airplane, I'll wear a mask if I'm on an airplane. But if I can't, then I might have to drive. If I start to compromise who I am, I have to check it all out. The minute I begin to think, geesh, I haven't jumped all the hoops, and I begin to change who I really am in order to appease all the people. if you do this, the minute your kid tells you, if you do this, I'll never talk to you again. I've actually had that happen. And the Lord said, you better do this. What if they say? And it says it. They'll turn you in the last days. People will turn other people in and cause them to be put to death. They'll rise up against them. What if they say, Mom, you know, I really want you to serve God, but it's going to really reflect on us as a family, so could you not ever mention his name again? You get to choose. I've decided this. What if they said, Joseph, don't tell him that you're a friend of Joseph's. It could get you in the pit. And then 20 years later, did you tell him you know Joseph? He's got some extra food for you if you know him. I think right now you have to begin to decide, who am I? What is my identity in Christ? And will I hold tight to it? Or does the names around me or the people around me, will they influence what I do? I am thankful Jabez became more honorable. His name did not rule him. I am thankful that nobody compromised. Joseph didn't say, get me out of the pit. You're supposed to be adding to my life, and now I'm in prison. Really, God? What is with this? And God said, just wait. Wait till the end. You haven't seen the end of the book yet. Yeah, but my name means add, and it certainly looks like subtract right now.